Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that before you leave. So today's video is actually something different. I never done this before, so this is my first time trying this out. Okay, so I decided that I want to do like a sort of like a reaction video, but I'm not going to include the clips. So basically it's like an overview about how I feel about this particular show. So, without further ado, stay tuned if you want to see how I feel about the show Shameless. Okay, so this show Shameless ran from originally about 2010 to the present. So it's still on, it's still airing as I'm speaking. So I didn't start watching in 2010. I actually started watching in about 2.5 weeks ago maybe, and I finished season 1 through 7. When I mean I've been binge watching, I was not playing. Actually, me and my boyfriend started watching it together and we loved it and we just kept watching. Okay, so this is how I really feel about this show. I really love this show. This show is so good. It is so spot on with some of the stuff that they are portraying in the show, like real life events, things that could really happen in real life. I really love the show. My favorite seasons though will probably be season like 1 through 4, because I feel like they were the most realistic. Season 6 and season kind of like 5ish through 7 kind of got a little crazy. The storylines kind of confused me a little bit. Okay, so these are the characters. If you haven't watched this though, if you haven't watched the show though, I will not advise you to keep watching, because I'm going to be dropping some major teas about the show. So you have like 6 characters if you're not including the 7th child. So you have Fiona, the oldest child. You have Philip, aka Lip. You have Ian, Debbie, Carl, and Liam. That's the 6 kids, but it's a 7th kid that that comes to the show around the 5th season. Her name's Sammy, but she has a different mom. So okay, I'm going to talk about each character individually and how I feel about them. And also, you know, Frank and Monica is a reoccurring character. Monica's the mom and Frank's the dad. Okay, this is how I feel about each character and how I felt about them seasons 1 through 7. I'm going to go, I think, by the oldest to the youngest. So, Fiona. This is how I feel about Fiona. Fiona Gallagher, because their last name is Gallagher. Fiona, to me, is a hard-working woman. I respect her character a lot. I see that they did so much to build her up into they want her to be. I found a lot of similarities in myself in the character, in her character. I feel like she was basically that mom. She really raised those kids to who they are today. If it wasn't for her, then they probably would have been separated a long time ago. Like at some point they did get separated. So I think she did an amazing job for her to still be in her prime. She's like 20 something on the show, and she basically had to take care of her siblings her whole life. So she hasn't really got to like live her life, to be honest. She start dating a guy. She gets serious with. His name is first we learn his name is Steve. His name is Steve, but his name is really Jimmy, so we call him Jimmy Steve. That's what they called him, but his name is Steve, and they got to date for a while and they were really cute. He was I didn't really like him too much. He was really sneaky because he was into like some con artist shit. Like he was into a bunch of shit. He was stealing cars at one moment. He had married a illegal woman from, I forgot what country she was from, but it was illegal. They were only like married when INS came. So, yeah, because him and Fiona had broke up and he had left and he had got married. Her little sister Debbie found out what his real name was, which was Jimmy. He was supposed to be living in a whole different state. He was supposed to be in college, med school or some shit. So I really appreciated Fiona and her character and the development and everything it took to make her. They did a great job of Fiona. I feel like she started to spiral though a lot. Like it stopped being a little bit unrealistic. She started dating hella guys. She started dating a guy named Sean. She started dating a guy she was working for when she was working at this place for cups or some shit. Then she had sex with the guy and his brother, and he didn't know, and he ended up finding out, and she couldn't work there no more. She got arrested. This was one of the saddest scenes. She had some coke on the table because the guy brother she had sex with had came over and he left a bag of coke on the table. And she didn't do it right then, but she like had a party and she did it later that night, and her little brother Liam got into it and his ass almost died, and she got arrested. And I know at one point the family got split up, so it was a bunch of crazy shit, and I'm just like, what the hell? I know life is unexpected, but it was just like a lot of that stuff and the show happened a bit fast. It was very fast. Like it didn't. I feel like I wasn't prepared for some of the things that happened on the show. But Fiona was she's very essential to the show. So Philip grew on me. I'm not gonna lie. Lip grew on me, and I think he's such a cutie. Like as I start watching the show, I don't know, he's cute. So Lip started off 17 on the show, and by season 7 he's like 22. So we're like the same age. Okay, Lip, which was born in 95. So I thought Lip was a very interesting character. He's very smart. He's an asshole at times, but I've really grown to really can say, like, talking in circles. I really feel like I can sympathize with some of the things he's gone through, like. And he fell in love with Kern. He basically was in love with a girl who was having sex with everybody. She even gave his brother a BJ. That was crazy. She ended up getting hit by a car by the girl he was currently messing with, the girl Mandy. Smacked her with the car. He ended up liking the girl Mandy. He got into college. She helped him. She applied for him. The girl Mandy applied for him. And I just thought that was really nice. And then he went to college and he basically blew that. He basically blew that. And I'm just like, what the hell? And now he's like an alcoholic. Like, I didn't see him becoming like an alcoholic. I guess he followed in his father's footsteps, but the shit was just like, I don't know how it led to him being an alcoholic. I guess since his life was starting to spiral out of control, he started having sex with his professor. It was just a lot. His character, for me, developed way too fast. Like, I understand it was over the series of like 7 seasons, but I did not see him becoming an alcoholic. But I guess life throws you curveballs and people deal with things differently. So I really love his character though. They did a great job, but I just feel like they move way too fast. Then you have Ian. I love Ian. Ian plays on Gotham, and I did not know that he was playing this role before I watched this show. I thought he only was playing on Gotham, but he plays on Shameless. He played on every season that there is right now. His character is gay. He dates Mickey Milkovich, and he dated the guy that he worked for. He dated him, and he worked for a store, and he dated the guy. The guy was married. That was crazy. And then what happened? They had so many scenes for him. I really loved how they developed his character. But then it seemed like out of nowhere they gave him he was bipolar like his mom. So okay, I'm like, okay, cool. But he's not Frank's son. He's the only one who's not Frank's son, because his mother slept with Frank's brother. So I feel like they kind of rushed bipolar on him. And another reason I feel like they gave him have bipolar disorder is because he plays on Gotham as the Joker, and he channeled that a lot. He did the hell out of them scenes on Shameless though. I'm not gonna lie, I kept on saying, man, my boyfriend kept saying he must have been filming Gotham around this time. He did such an amazing job though. Like, he did not give mental health disorders a bad name or nothing. I think he really captured that. And since I think he was filming another show at the time, he really channeled his inner Joker, because it's like certain things he was doing on Shameless, he was doing on Gotham if you compare them together. So they did a great job with Ann. They didn't really move him too fast. I just wonder what made them choose Ann to have the bipolar disorder gene. So that was really interesting. Next you have Debbie. I don't know what the hell happened to Debbie. I used to love Debbie. I don't know what the hell they did to her. Okay, so Debbie was always smart, and she's the only character that changed drastically. Like, the shit made no sense. I do not like how they portrayed Debbie, because Debbie started off a sweet little girl. Now she's all like, she got sexually active. She done got pregnant, had a baby. Like, it was a disconnect. They lost me with Debbie altogether. Debbie has a baby. Debbie had a baby at 15. This could really happen in real life to somebody. And you know, teenagers are really, really moody and stuff. But the way they portrayed her, I do not like it. I can't fuck with what they did to Debbie. I honestly cannot. I don't support that. They did that shit. I'm just mad. Like, maybe it's good that they did it like that because they have me feeling like how I feel. But realistically speaking, that could happen. It really could, but I don't fuck with it. I didn't want that life for Debbie. Fiona said the same thing. I remember Debbie and Fiona was pregnant at the same freaking time. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Next, moving right along, because I don't want to make this too long. Carl. I love Carl, y'all. I do not know why. He might be one of my freaking favorites. He remained the same from the beginning all the way up till season 7. He was crazy from the jump. I knew his ass was crazy. It's so much to say about Carl, but one thing I can say is he stayed true to himself, his character. Like, they didn't change him. I knew his ass was probably going to end up in jail because his ass was a little nut job, but I love that type of shit, so that made me love his character even more. I cannot stress that enough. I just love Carl. We're going to leave it at that. Liam is the youngest. Liam is about 6 on the show. He was like 2 when it started, I believe, or he might have even been 1. Liam is a cutie pie. He's the only black sibling. I think they said that grandfather was black or something to make it make sense because all the other kids are white. But Liam is cute. They switched Liam character out so many times with different people though. I like the current Liam, but the first Liam to me was my favorite. The one with the little small little bush that you see on the theme where he's dipping his toothbrush in the toilet, which is gross. But that was my favorite Liam. But this Liam is really, really cute too, and I'm just like, oh, he's so cute. I watch him grow up. It's not too much to say about Liam. He barely has any role. He almost died from Fiona's coke stash on the table. But I love Liam. He's cute. He's the only black kid. And I really just love Liam. Then you have Frank, narcissistic ass. For this odd, strange ass reason. I really fuck with Frank. Listen, I would not want to have a parent like that. But Frank is so smart. If you ever really listen to Frank talk, he's smart as hell. It's so scary. Like, he is really smart as shit. Like, say what you want. He's an alcoholic. He claims his shit, though. He does not try to, like, act like he's not. He knows he's an alcoholic. I think he knows he's narcissistic. And he's an ass. He claims his shit, though. He always tried to take over people. And it was a character, Sheila, which was Karen's mom, Lip's girlfriend mom. He was staying with her for a little bit. He was finessing. He was staying anywhere he could stay because they kept putting him out the house. He's a finesser, I can say that. But he hustled. He had hella opportunities, but he had hella bread. He had bought a Porsche. He really is like that nigga. I'm sorry, y'all. I would not want nobody to have a parent like that or anything. Don't get me wrong. But for the show's sake, I fuck with Frank for some odd reason. I just be like looking at it. I'm like, damn, it cannot get no worse. And then that shit just get worse with him. And I'm just like, I thought by season 6, Frank would have his shit together. But this season, I'm waiting for season 8. And he ain't got his shit together yet. So maybe he'll get his shit together soon. Then you have Monica. She's a reoccurring character, but she's she's the mom. She reoccurs. She's been in their life in and out, so she's narcissistic too, and her and Frank definitely deserve each other, but she ends up dying on season 7, and then like the last 2 episodes were mainly about her. I didn't like that. I feel like they should have pushed those episodes more like in the middle, so the end could be something different. Like they made it all about her and she was barely on the show, and I'm like, hell no, I don't fuck with it. Then you have Sammy, the other sibling. I don't fuck with Sammy. I really don't. She got Ann arrested because he joined the army under lip name, but he ended up getting out. I don't fuck with her. I don't got too much to say about Sammy. I don't fuck with her at all. She popped up last, and her son. I just don't fuck with Sammy. I don't fuck with Sammy, but I really like the show. The theme is cool. The theme song is cool. I wish they would have switched up with each season, like updated how it looks, because it's just the same from 1 through 7. When it comes on, it don't show nobody older. It just show everybody still young, basically like the stuff that just happened on season 1. But that's good too, because then you won't be able to guess. But I feel like if you watch one whole season, you can keep that first theme, how everybody looks in the second one. It just goes. It may just make them look more updated, as you can see them as they're growing. But I feel like I watch these kids grow, and they like young adults, and I'm like, oh my god, look at Debbie. Debbie grew a lot. Her voice was cracking between season 5 and 6. I'm like, oh my god, Debbie has chest, she has boobs. Oh my god, what the hell? Carl has had corn rolled in one point. So I mean, I feel like I've grown with these characters, and I can relate to a lot of stuff that I've seen, and I think they're doing an amazing job. And if you guys have not checked it out, I hope you haven't been watching this video, because I dropped way too many teas and bombs. But I dropped way too many teas. But I really, really recommend this show to everyone. And I finished in like 2 weeks, 3 tops, like 3 weeks really. And I really, really like the show. That's all I have for this video. I hope you guys like and subscribe to my channel before you leave. And I'll see you all next time.